Hello, everybody. My name is Tsoglam. I'm the resident teacher at Contemplative Meditation Center, Bloomington, and we're downtown across the street from Chocolate Mousse, if you're wondering where we are. Delighted to be here today. Kat Forgish was unfortunately unable to be here today, but I'm trying to do things as similarly to the way she does as possible, but it'll probably be a little bit different. If you come to Contemplative Meditation Center, Bloomington, it'll be a little bit different from this. So I think one of the wishes for being Bloomington, being peace, is for us to all come together and find common ground. In particular, sharing our wish for the world to be more peaceful. Is that why we're here? Yeah. So I was delighted when I was offered the opportunity to be here on September 11th. I lived in New York most of my adult life and, of course, was there 18 years ago. And what words can we use to describe that day? Definitely a lack of peace for everybody involved. So at the time, the resident teacher in New York wrote to our senior teacher, Geshe Kelsang, and said, "What can I tell the people of New York about what has happened today?" And he said, "It is clear that without wisdom and compassion, these things will continue to happen." So what we're going to do today is we are going to increase our wisdom and our compassion through the tool of meditation. And let's say that right now the world is so peaceful, but if we do 40 minutes of meditation, did the world get more peaceful? It did. So please know that what we are doing here today is the solution to the things that happened 18 years ago. What we are doing with our hearts and our minds here today is vital to increasing the peace in our world. If our heart has more peace, then the world has more peace. Does that sound about right? Mm-hmm. So how wonderful that we have this opportunity to increase our own peace and therefore increase the peace in our world, so in need of peace. So as we engage in this meditation, which one of the ways it's going to be a bit different today is it's silent guided meditation. So you might have noticed I'm alone on the stage today. There is no musical accompaniment. I hope that's okay. But what we're really trying to get a sense of is the stillness within, because happiness comes from within. World peace starts with inner peace. World peace starts with inner peace. We all want world peace. It will not be legislated. World peace will not be legislated. And it starts in our own heart. So that's what we're doing today. There's no better way we could be spending just a few minutes of our time. And I will encourage you, if you don't already have some regular meditation, please try. Because reducing your own stress, again, increases the peace in our world. Making your own heart more comfortable, more joyful, lighter, makes the world lighter and joyful. And that's what we want. So we start right here. Because guess what we can learn to control? Our own heart, our own mind. It's difficult to control the externals, especially if we don't have a peaceful mind. So, I am going to guide us in some very gentle, simple breathing meditation. And then at a certain point, we will shift gears and we will start to think about others. We're going to take whatever experience of peace we create in our own heart here in Bloomington, at Being Bloomington, Being Peace, and we're going to give it to others. We're going to use our breath. We're going to imagine that we're giving peace. We can think about people that we know right now, perhaps struggling with depression, anxiety, and we're going to imagine just giving them peace and happiness. We can think about maybe somebody we know who just received a terrible diagnosis. We're going to give that peace that we create in our own heart to them. If at any moment you feel like the world's come back and you're thinking again, breathe it out. Let it go. For just a few minutes right now, what we're doing is so important. And all those other things that our mind wants us to think, not so important right now. So we let them go. Just breathe it out. And as you'll see, we're going to breathe in some radiant light, some inner peace, like that. So then we establish peace in our own heart again, and then we go back to sharing it. Okay? So at every moment, we're thinking something. A lot of people tell me they can't stop thinking. I can't meditate, I can't stop thinking. But what we're trying to do is think things that make our mind calm and peaceful. And today, and if you wish every day, then share it with others. Does that make sense? Does that sound good? Okay. So I'm just going to share just a moment so you understand where I'm coming from. My teacher is Geshe Kelsang Gyatso, and he was invited to the West in 1977, and he arrived in England, in the north of England, to a group of sincere practitioners who requested a teacher. So he had been at that point on retreat in India and Tibet for nearly 20 years, but he accepted this invitation. And he realized soon after arriving that Western students, you and I, are quite different from the average monastic student of India and Tibet. And so the meditation, the teachings on Buddhism are coming from this understanding that we are busy Western modern people. So it's very easy for us to incorporate these teachings into our busy modern Western life. Meditation is where we start, because if we don't prepare our mind for the day, what will happen? The same thing. We'll get agitated with this person. We'll get unhappy about that, right? Do you know that? To just keep getting unhappy in the same situations. Mental habits. So one of the reasons we meditate is to cultivate good mental habits. Right now we have some mental habits that aren't so helpful. So if we can do a few minutes of meditation every morning, it's like preparing our mind for our day. We take great care to prepare our hair, our body, our food, right? But we don't prepare our mind. So it's so important. So just some encouragement. Of course, remembering that what we're doing here right now, we want to do every day. We want to create peace in our own heart and share it with everyone we encounter here in Bloomington and everywhere we go. Like that, we become a conduit for peace through establishing it in our own heart. Okay? Good. So, to begin, we can settle into a comfortable meditation posture. It's helpful if our back is straight but relaxed. If you wish, you can half close or gently close your eyes. And we can take a moment to relax physically. We want to consciously let go of any stress, any tension within our body. We can feel that it is melting away like hot water hitting snow. And then we can take a moment to feel comfortable and settled in our meditation seat. And then we can become aware of our breath. There's no need to alter the natural rhythm of our breath. We simply become aware. And then we focus on the slight sensation of our breath just at the edge of our nostrils. We feel the cool of our breath as we gently inhale. We feel the warmth of our breath as we gently exhale. And resting our awareness on this slight sensation of the breath. As we breathe out, we can feel that we are gathering up whatever's on our mind. Anything left on our to-do list, anything troubling us, weighing on our mind. We gather up all of this distraction from our meditation and understanding that there's plenty of time later to think about all these things. For now, we breathe them out. We let them go. If we're having any trouble letting go of our thoughts, our distractions, it may be helpful to visualize these as dark smoke. In the same way, we gently gather them up and breathe them out, feeling that they leave our body and mind and disperse completely and harmlessly in space. So whatever thoughts or distractions arise, we can simply breathe them out. We let them go. No need to think of that thought right now. And as we breathe in, we can imagine that we're breathing in inner peace. We can visualize this inner peace as radiant light. So try to think about just one thing, the radiant, peaceful light that we're breathing in. The moment we notice that our mind has wandered, we simply breathe out the distraction and bring our mind back to the peaceful light that we're breathing in, moment by moment. Moment by moment, we try to simply rest our mind on the peaceful sensation of our breath, this peaceful light that we're drawing down into our heart. It may be helpful to think, I'm breathing in inner peace. We mix this thought with the radiant, peaceful light that we're breathing in. And as we continue to breathe in this radiant, peaceful light, we now try to feel that we're drawing this peaceful light right down into our heart, the very center of our being. By gently focusing on the radiant light flowing down into our heart, we allow our awareness to gently settle at our heart and our mind to become peaceful, centered, and still. And as we continue to feel that we are drawing inner peace in the aspect of radiant light right down into our heart, we can now imagine that this peaceful light, this radiant, blissful light, expands and pervades our whole body. Each inhalation making our body and mind more peaceful, more light. Now we can take a moment to feel that we are the nature of peace. To think, feel, believe. I am a being pervaded by peace. How fortunate we are to be able to practice in this way, to develop a peaceful heart. So many of our family and friends are unable to leave behind their negativity, to transcend their anger, anxiety, and depression. So feeling that our heart is pervaded by peace. Now as we gently exhale, we can imagine that we're drawing this peace from our own heart and sharing it with others. We can think about one person in particular to begin with. We just feel that we are sharing our peace with them. This radiant light is flowing into their heart. we can envision them smiling, joyful, deeply happy. This, of course, makes us very happy, joyful. Now we can spend some time like this, breathing in radiant light, the nature of inner peace, drawing it right down into our own heart, feeling that peace in our own heart, and bringing to mind someone you'd like to share it with. Perhaps someone in the news that touched your heart recently, some other family member or friend. We spend some time like this, sharing our own peace with others, envisioning the world becoming even more peaceful with each exhalation. So it's very beneficial to feel, to believe that by envisioning others as happy and peaceful, we are creating the causes for them to transcend their dis-ease, their negativity, and so forth. It is called beneficial believing. This beneficial belief is very important for creating peace both in our own heart and in our own world. So we try to take a moment to develop a light, joyful mind, feeling convinced that by increasing our own peace of mind and sharing it with others, we have in fact made the world more peaceful. So with this peaceful mind, we can engage in contemplative meditation. So previously, we understood that in order for there to be world peace, we must first establish it within our own heart. So of course, world peace starts within us. It cannot be enforced, it cannot be legislated. We must first create it within ourselves. So please contemplate in your own heart, in your own words, your wish, your plan, your intention for increasing your own inner peace, thereby increasing the amount of peace in our world. We spend a few minutes like this developing a heartfelt intention for increasing our own peace of mind so as to increase world peace. And to make this wish very practical and immediate, we can think about the remainder of our day. We can look for opportunities to respond with a peaceful mind in a situation where we might ordinarily become unhappy or agitated, and very actively set an intention to train in responding peacefully with others, with traffic, and so forth. And then finally, by coming together today in such a special way, we have created so many wonderful causes to increase our own peace of mind and thereby benefit others. So how wonderful. We gather up all of this peaceful, positive energy, all of this merit, special good karma, and we dedicate it so that finally everyone everywhere comes to experience only inner peace. Then we can gently relax our concentration, and when we're ready, open our eyes. I'm going to thank you for this opportunity today. It feels very peaceful in here. And I hope you were able to have a nice intention and really feel the weight of that responsibility, that world peace starts here. And to take that out the door and into the world, because moment by moment we are creating our world, where we take our heart, the state of our mind, moment by moment is creating our world. So we want to take that peace with us. This is another reason why it's a good idea to meditate in the morning, because then you're taking that good heart everywhere you go. The cashier, the teachers, everybody we encounter gets that little taste. And do you know what happens? They notice. You seem pretty relaxed. Say, what's your secret? Say, well, I do a little meditation. Really? Yeah. Want me to show you how? You know, like that. Just smiling at somebody because your heart is comfortable. At the end of a long day, they hand you that receipt and you say, thank you. They go, you're welcome. Just a smile can change somebody's whole day. And so we go out there in the world and we think, I'm a conduit for peace. I'm going to create the world I want to live in. I'm going to create it with my own heart, like that. So how wonderful that we have Being Bloomington, Being Peace. This wonderful program, such a beautiful wish that Kat has for all of us to increase our good heart and our peace and share it with others, right? So yeah, we're going to take personal responsibility for making Bloomington more peaceful by starting here. Yeah. Sound good? Excellent. I promised to not run long. Thank you all very much. I'm very happy to answer any questions if you don't have to run off. Thank you.